At some point in your life, you told yourself by a certain age you're gonna have this or that, or you're gonna accomplish something. Or you rushed something so fast that the moment you got it, it didn't feel the way you want it to be, or whatever you rushed for in your life started to crumble. Or you started to compare your life to someone else's life, whether you guys are the same age, or it's something about their life that you always wanted, or something that you just gotta have. You started to compare your life to theirs, and you told yourself that that's what you want. And don't get me wrong, you can have those same things, and you will if you work hard enough. But here's the thing that stop you from getting that: it's just not your time. Everything in life happens on God's time, aka Godspeed. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Varquise Charles, and I'm back with another video, man. And yes, everything in life happens on God's time. You can sit up here and rush the process. You can sit up here and say, by this day, I'm gonna have this, by this day, I'm gonna have that. It ain't gonna happen until God says so. You are on his time, and there's nothing you can do about it. You gotta accept that. Y'all gotta realize life is so unpredictable. You can sit up here and try to fixate these deadlines, but one thing that's not in your control is life. Only thing you can do is control your actions. So when life starts to go, unplanned, or your life starts to get derailed, you tend to be more frustrated because something didn't go your way. And like I said, it's all on God's timing. Another thing y'all got to realize that growth is never, ever, ever linear. Growth doesn't just happen in a straight line, okay? Everybody has their own timeline. Everybody has their own process. Everybody got their own way of doing certain things. Personal development, healing, and just actually working out happens at different times for different people. Rushing the process can only hinder the real progress. See, when you put too much pressure on yourself, it kind of just kills the joy. Okay, what I mean by that is you put in certain timelines on, let's say, marriage. You want to be married by a certain age, and you turn that certain age, and yet you haven't found your person, and you're nowhere near finding your person. Or you have career goals. You said by 30, I'm going to be well into my career. By 40, I should be well into my career. And you find yourself kind of scrambling around because you put so much pressure on a certain timeline, certain deadline. And once you reach that certain deadline, you start to create unnecessary anxiety for yourself. You start scrambling for stuff, and you start to worry, and you start to go in panic mode. And now you're starting to question your own existence, your own identity. But all you need to do is sit down and trust the process. Another thing you want to stay away from is the comparison trap. Okay. When you start to compare yourself to other people's timeline, to other people's success, to other people's lives in general, okay, you're going to drive yourself up a wall. Living by someone else's clock can only lead you to another direction that's far, far away from your own authentic path. Like, let's be real. I mean, we've all done it at some point in our life. We've kind of rushed the process, or we sat up here and kind of dreamt, or we steered away from being in the present. Okay, and what happens when you steer away from the present time, what's going on right in front of you, what's going on right now, you're going to miss out the actual journey of getting to where you want to be, of actually getting to your destination. Okay, think about it. Imagine if you woke up and you had everything you've ever wanted. Everything. Everything you dreamt of is like right here on your fingertips. I can almost guarantee you're not going to appreciate it more. You're not going to appreciate it at all, really, because you don't know how hard you have to work to get there, how much you have to sacrifice to get where you always wanted to be. And that's the beauty of living in the present time. And I actually have a book recommendation on that specific topic. It's called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. You guys should definitely check it out. I remember reading that book back in the pandemic time. Definitely a good book to check out. It put my mind in perspective where I really need to focus on the now, because the future is something we can't even control. And on top of that, it didn't even happen yet. So why are you focused on the future or on something that didn't even happen yet? The future is very unpredictable. So start focusing on the now. Another thing you want to watch out for or catch yourself doing is stop putting the time limit on everything, because that can also lead you to giving up on whatever it is you're fighting for, whatever it is you're working towards. Because if something happened your way on your timing, a lot of people might tend to give up. And even when they tend to give up, you probably never know how close you really are. That day that you giving up literally the next day or the next moment, you know what I'm saying? It could literally be your moment. It can literally be your moment. And don't put a time limit on everything because God is going to make sure you are okay. He's going to put you at the right place at the right time forever. For as long as you on here on this earth, he's going to make sure you good. Because if something happens too early, you may not be ready for the opportunity. Okay. Something might be happening. You may not have been mentally prepared. When you may not even be strong enough for a certain situation. You can't handle it. But God gonna make sure you straight. So whenever you, whatever it is you praying for, whatever it is you working towards, just sit back and let God do his thing. God speed. Now don't sit up here and wait and not do anything about it or work towards whatever it is you're trying to work towards. You gotta do your part too. Because God not just gonna sit here and bless you with, you just being lazy or not even just lazy, just doing what you're supposed to do. Just do what you're supposed to do, and God gonna do his thing. He gonna cook. I'm telling you, he's gonna cook for you, man. He got you, man. He got you. I promise you that. Focus on God's speed and focus on yourself. And that's all I got for today. If you guys like this video, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe because why? It is free 99. It's 2025. Everybody trying to get a buck off you. Look, this content, YouTube, is free. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe for more. It helps me out, helps the channel out. And I keep doing my thing. And you guys keep doing your thing because I want to see y'all grow. I want to see y'all win. Because as always, if they can do it, so can you. Achieving greatness awaits. I'm out.